Starting early with anything gives you an advantage, but when it comes to investing, the benefits are extraordinary. In fact, they can change your life in ways you might not even imagine right now. Hey champs, welcome to the MoneyMind Quest. If you're new to the quest, make sure to smash that subscribe button and join the champs. Stick around with us until the end for our financial literacy fitness test, where you'll discover where and how to improve your money skills. Today we're talking about the power of early investing, and we're focusing on a real person like you. Meet Mitchell. She's 22 years old, just out of college, and starting her first job as a graphic designer. Now, while many of her friends are busy enjoying the weekends, spending money on nights out, shopping for the latest fashion, and taking spontaneous vacations, Mitchell is making decisions that will set her up for life. She's investing her time, energy, and their money, and today we'll go through 6 reasons why you should follow Mitchell's example and start investing right now. Let's get into it. Okay, let's kick things off with the first reason: learning about money and early. Most people put off learning how money works until later in life. But the truth is, the earlier you understand how to manage, save, and grow your money, the better off you'll be. Now, Mitchell is only 22 and she's already diving deep into the world of personal finance. She's learning about everything: budgeting, saving, investing, and even taxes. You might be thinking, I'll learn about money later when I actually have more of it. But the truth is, learning early gives you a massive head start. It's like learning how to ride a bike. The sooner you start, the better you get, and the more comfortable you become with handling bumps along the way. Mitchell's friends might be out partying and spending their entire paycheck, but she's reading books on personal finance, watching YouTube videos on investing, and taking courses on how to manage money. By the time they catch on, Mitchell will be far ahead with a firm understanding of how to make her money work for her. Imagine learning all of this at 22. You'd have decades of knowledge under your belt by the time you're 40. Mitchell's already laying the groundwork for a wealthy and secure future. You don't have to be an expert right away, but starting to learn about money early will give you the confidence to take control of your finances. So whatever your age, it's never too late to start. The second reason is all about establishing strong financial habits. This is key, and it's something most people underestimate. By starting to invest early, Mitchell is developing habits that will stick with her for life. Think of investing like going to the gym. You don't expect to see results after one workout, right? It takes time, consistency, and discipline to see progress. It's the same with your money. Every time Mitchell gets paid, she's making it a habit to set aside a portion of her income to invest, no matter how small. She's practicing discipline by living within her means and prioritizing saving over spending on things that don't really matter. Here's where it gets interesting. While her friends are out splurging on their line towards tech or designer clothes, Mitchell is focusing on building wealth. She's not depriving herself of fun, she's just being smart about where her money goes. Instead of spending $200 on a night out, she's investing that money into stocks and assets that grow over time. His strong habit of saving, budgeting, and investing become automatic. Just like going to the gym, the more you do it, the easier it gets, and soon it's just part of your lifestyle. And guess what? Those small investments now will turn into big rewards later. Quick reminder, champs, stick around, because at the end of this video, you should take the financial literacy fitness test. Want to know how financially fit you are? Don't miss it, because it could be your first step toward financial mastery. Now, let's talk about something that feels almost magical: compound interest. This is hands down one of the most powerful reasons to start investing early. What turns small, regular investments into life-changing amounts of money over time? Let me break it down. Compound interest is when the interest you earn on your investment starts earning interest itself. It's like a snowball rolling down a hill, getting bigger and bigger as it goes. And here's the key: the earlier you start, the more time you give that snowball to grow. Mitchell, at 22, invests $200 a month in a diversified portfolio. Assuming she gets an average annual return of 7%, by the time she's 65, she could have over $500,000. And all from just $200 a month. But if she had waited 10 let to start, she'd end up with less left of that, even if she invested the same amount every month. It's like planting a tree. The longer it grows, the more fruit it produces. The trick is starting early, so you give your investments the most time to grow. While her friends are thinking about today, Mitchell's thinking about her future, and the magic of compound interest is going to reward her big time. Okay, let's be real, investing isn't without its risks. The stock market can be unpredictable and there will be ups and downs. But here's where starting young works in your favor. Time to ride on those market fluctuations. When you're young, you have decades ahead of you, and that's crucial when it comes to investing. The market may drop one year, but over time, history shows that it recovers and grows. Mitchell knows that if she experiences a downturn in the market, she doesn't need to panic. She's not investing for next year, she's investing for the long term. Her friends might be too scared to invest because they hear stories of people losing money in the market. But Mitchell understands that patience is key. She's given herself plenty of time to recover from any market dips, and that's something you can't do if you wait until later in life to start investing. The earlier you start, the more time you have to weather the storms and come out ahead. One of the most underrated advantages of starting early is the flexibility it gives you with time. Since Mitchell started investing young, she doesn't have to put away huge amounts of money to see big returns. She can invest smaller amounts, like $200 a month, and still build significant wealth over time. This flexibility allows her to balance other financial goals. She can save for a home, travel, or even pursue further education, all while still growing her investments. Because she has time on her side, Mitchell doesn't feel the pressure to contribute large sums all at once. She can enjoy her life now while still preparing for the future. On the flip side, many of her peers will eventually hit their 30s or 40s and realize they need to save aggressively to make up for lost time. They'll be scrambling to catch up, while Mitchell will have built a solid financial foundation with far less stress. Starting early gives you options, and options equal freedom. This is the big one: achieving financial independence sooner. By investing early, Mitchell is setting herself up to reach financial independence years ahead of schedule. Imagine being in your 40s and having enough passive income from your investments to cover all your living expenses. You wouldn't have to work just to pay the bills. You could take a career break, start your own business, or even retire early if you wanted to. Mitchell's early start is putting her on the fast track to this kind of financial freedom. While her friends are working 9-to-5 jobs just to make ends meet, she'll have the option to do what she loves without worrying about money. Achieving financial independence doesn't mean you have to stop working. It means you get to choose how you chime, whether that's traveling, pursuing a passion, or simply pleasure, living life on your own terms. That's the ultimate reward for starting to invest early. Alright, chomps, before we wrap up, don't forget to take the financial literacy fitness test using the link in the description below. This is your chance to see where you stand and how you can improve your financial habits. And while you're at it, I challenge you to watch the Science of Getting Rich audiobook video on MoneyMind Quest. It comes with visual illustrations and meditative music to help you truly absorb the lessons from Wallace Wattles' classic. Starting early doesn't just give you a head start, it sets you up for life. Mitchell's story proves that investing young can lead to financial independence, peace of mind, and the freedom to live life on your own terms. So what are you waiting for? Thanks for hanging out with us today. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe to the MoneyMind Quest, and share this video with your friends. Remember, champs, the journey to financial freedom starts with building a solid foundation. See you next time.